Hey everybody, and welcome back to day 4 of the Move Me to Portugal starter series. Can you already believe that we're on day 4? Yesterday we tackled that decision of renting versus buying property here in Portugal, which I know is a really big one for many of you, so I'm glad that we were able to get through that topic. And today we're going to dive into the really exciting stuff. We're going to be exploring the different lifestyles that Portugal has to offer, checking out some of the popular locations for all the different expats that are coming here into the country. And for those of you with families, we're going to be talking about some key considerations when it comes to thinking about schools and your search. This is where you really want to start to picture your life in Portugal and start getting excited about the possibilities, right? Now, make sure that you are here and ready for tomorrow because we're going to be bringing all of the detail together, everything that we discussed in this entire week, and we're going to be providing you with a clear call to action to help you navigate those next steps towards making all this effort and your dream of moving to Portugal a reality. You don't want to miss that final discussion, so make sure that you check in tomorrow. All right, so let's talk about lifestyle by area in Portugal. One of the things that makes Portugal so appealing is its diversity. You're not going to find a one-size-fits-all experience here from the standpoint of the different locations and what each location has to offer. If you're looking for the bustling city life with tons of culture, nightlife, career opportunities is a big one, then Lisbon and Porto are definitely going to be on your radar. They've got that vibrant energy, but still with a more relaxed pace than some of the other major European cities. We came from Singapore, we're originally from the US, so the slower pace of life, even in Lisbon, was great for us initially. Then you've got the Silver Coast. Areas like Nazare, Peniche, Obidos, which can offer a more laid back coastal lifestyle and vibe, often with a strong sense of community. And speaking of coast, Ericeira is among the surfing scene, and it is really cool, kind of a bohemian feel, and we love driving less than an hour to go hang out and check out what's going on in that area. And then, of course, there's the famous down south, the Algarve, famous for its stunning beaches, the golf courses, and maybe a more touristic-driven economy, though you can definitely find quieter spots there too, and in the off-season it can be quite lovely. If you're craving a slower pace of life, maybe more wide open spaces, maybe even a bit more affordability, then exploring the interior of Portugal might be right for you. You just have to understand that maybe not all the amenities will be there, and maybe schools could be something that's a big consideration if you're thinking about that. When you're thinking about lifestyle, things that you want to consider are pace of life. Are you looking for the hustle and bustle or something more tranquil and zen? The social scene, what that's like, and what kind of access that you have to amenities that are important to you, like restaurants, shopping, healthcare. And if you have kids, what are the school options going to be like in those specific and different areas? Now, one question that we get all the time is, where are expats or immigrants actually settling down? You're going to find a significant community in Lisbon and all the way out west to Cascais, which offers a slightly more suburban feel versus Lisbon. Porto is very popular and becoming very increasingly popular amongst the expat community. And as we mentioned, the Algarve attracts a lot of retirees and those looking for a warmer beach lifestyle. The Silver Coast, however, is gaining more popularity for its affordability and community feel, and Ericeira is drawing surfers in and digital nomads from all over the world. And so naturally, one of the main requests that we get all the time is a recommendation for an area that is close to Lisbon, close to Cascais, close to schools, but also not with a price tag. The area that comes to mind for me whenever I get that question is the area between Lisbon and Cascais, Oeiras, Carcavelos, Parede, and even as far north as Torres Vedras. But you'll also be surprised about what you can find that's a bit more affordable north of A5, which is the main highway that connects Lisbon to Cascais area. Then my second recommendation, but not my least favorite by any means, is south of Lisbon, across the Tejo River. That's Setúbal, Palmela, Sesimbra. That entire area becomes a lot more affordable depending on what you're looking for. Now, of course, each of these areas have its pros and cons. Lisbon and Cascais can definitely be more pricey. They offer a lot in terms of amenities and international schools in terms of variety and options. The Algarve is great for beaches, but can be very touristy. So if that's not your vibe, be aware of that. The Silver Coast is a lot more affordable, but it may have a lot fewer international school options, but some are still there. And Porto offers a great balance, with Ericeira also having a unique surf culture. It honestly is really going to depend on what you're looking for and what your budget can afford you to do. Now, if you're moving to Portugal with school-aged children, this becomes a pretty big driving and important factor. Portugal has both public and a private school system. Public schools are generally free, with the language of instruction being Portuguese. Private schools, including international private schools, will have tuition and fees, but they often offer instruction in English and other language like Swiss, German, Spanish. They also might follow other international curriculums, so you want to educate yourself on that as well. If international schools are a priority for you, you'll find more options in the larger cities like Lisbon, Cascais, Porto, and some parts of the Algarve. It is really crucial to research the schools early, as they can have waiting lists and specific administration requirements or admission requirements. So you want to look into these things sooner than later. Enrollment fees, monthly costs, uniform costs, the curriculum that they follow, just to make sure that it's a good fit for your children, not just now, but what your plan is for them in the future. Choosing the right location is so much more than finding a pretty place to live. It's really crucial for your overall happiness and how well you're going to integrate into the Portuguese life that you're designing for yourself. Aligning your lifestyle and preferences with the location that you choose is really important. So if you crave city life, maybe moving to a rural area might leave you feeling more isolated and alone. And for families, the quality and the selection options of schools is often a non-negotiable factor. Getting this right can make or break your experience, so it's really important that you get the opportunity to either do your research or speak with an expert that can help you make a more informed decision. So, how can we help you figure out the best location for you and your family? First, the Move Me to Portugal guide gives you access to our trusted relocation and our education specialists. They are listed in our specific guide. We've also created a school starter guide that helps you understand the different types of school options that are available here in Portugal, the general overall cost when it comes to private international schools, and provides you links to some great resources that honestly we use to navigate the international school system, because that's what our boys are navigating through right now. Or you can choose to join hundreds of other families that have worked with Joseph and myself to help them sort through their overwhelm and get a clear, realistic set of action through our discovery calls. We talk to you about your lifestyle, your preferences, your budget, your family, your needs. All of those options are linked for you in the description below, so just make sure to take a look there at the top. Shoot it to you straight. Ultimately, choosing the right location is about finding a place where you can truly thrive and feel at home in Portugal. It's about finding a place where you can get truly integrated into the community and find a place that supports the overall lifestyle that you're really envisioning, because this is a big, massive move if you're moving from another country here. So whether you find yourself wanting to DIY your move to Portugal or have more customized support, our Move Me to Portugal guide and our discovery sessions are both available to you through the links in the description below, because we know that everybody's needs are different and we wanted to make sure that you had what could be really helpful. Okay, so tomorrow is our final day in the starter series, and we're going to tie everything together that we've discussed in this week. We're going to give you a clear, actionable set of steps on how to move forward and really make your dream of moving to Portugal a reality. You don't want to miss this one. We will see you tomorrow.